Hello, good morning, and welcome to Euros Daily. It's Saturday, the 12th of June. Day one certainly didn't disappoint yesterday. Let's see what day two of Euro 2020 has in store for us. I'm Joe Carter, and I will be your guide throughout this tournament with a bit of a sideways look at things, daily updates, news, and a few laughs along the way. It's going to be a bubble bath, mates. Do yourself a favour and hit that subscribe button. Seriously. Honestly, we would be eternally grateful if you subscribe, like, comment, and share this. We've tried to farm views on YouTube. It's not working. The YouTube police are onto us. Anyway, alongside me today, not one, but two people who arguably know what they're talking about when it comes to football. They said it couldn't be done. You can't play Gerrard and Lampard together. Sven, what are you thinking? Well, let's see if it pans out today. We have our very own selection dilemma. And much like Sven, I've completely bottled the tactics and just played both of them. It is, of course, Roz and Mus. How you guys doing?
That was an outstanding intro, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, morning, guys. I'll try not to complain about being shoved down on the left.
Cool. How you doing, Roz?
Yeah, not too bad. It's here.
So excited. I'm excited. Have you got a wall chart up on your wall, Roz?
Not yet. No, I've got it on my phone. It's this, 21st century, mate.
And Mus, I noticed you've changed your name to Mussy. Is that sort of kind of feeling sorry for Turkey last night, or?
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough. Okay, on today's show, we'll review last night's opening game between Italy and Turkey and the opening ceremony as well. What the hell was that? And we're going to preview today's games as well. Simple. Join us, get in the comments and have your say. I want your predictions for today's game. So get in there, give us a shout, and we'll share it up. Okay, Yakuslu, let's start with the opening ceremony. Mus, what did you make of that shambles of an opening ceremony last night?
Yeah. So, I mean, you had the virtual ceremony that we spoke about yesterday with Bono and The Edge and all of that. And that was all fine. It was all like inclusive. We are the people, whatever. But because you had actual fans in a stadium, you needed an actual opening ceremony. And it was your usual mix of weird and wonderful things, flying drummers, massive balls of flags, Totti and Nesta on the pitch as well. I thought the Andrea Bocelli Nessun Dorma rendition didn't quite strike the right notes. Not in a musical sense. I just felt like it didn't feel like the kickoff to a pan-European Euros. It felt like the kickoff of a Italy-hosted Euros. And I felt like it was kind of abusing hosting privileges because Turkey already were up against it, playing Italy on home soil. Then you bring out, your star tenor and whack out some Italia 90s vibes. Just felt like, Italy were kind of hogging the stage of it.
I was in the company of Roz last night watching this, and as you started to say something negative about Andrea Bocelli, I saw Roz's Leeds face come out.
Well, I'm going to make a shout early doors for my man in the match, and it's actually Andrea Bocelli. I thought he was fantastic. But I think if you look back at sort of opening ceremonies of any football tournament, the ones that kind of stick in the mind, they're kind of few and far between. They're all kind of a bit bonkers. They're all, what does this have to do with football? The ones that actually stick in my mind, in terms of what's the highlights, are the American one, which is hilarious because, it's in the 1994.
Yeah.
It's like, what do Americans know about football? Why have they got the World Cup? Why would you ever give a World Cup to a nation that's not really known for football, like next year? But, you get a singer kind of taking a penalty and it's meant to sort of break the goal. And she beats it over and the goal breaks anyway, and it's just shocking. But the only other one that sticks in my mind of actually for a positive thing is Italia 90 and Pavarotti singing Nessun Dorma. Brought back vibes of Bocelli going to Leicester when they won the league. He's a good mate of Claudio Ranieri, and coming to sing Nessun Dorma in the opening, their very last game at the King Power Stadium there, and the Leicester fans just singing throughout it, and Ranieri looking very offended. But no, I thought it was beautiful. On Bono, I mean, how... I don't know how to speak it. Like, there's this whole thing, it's something so beautiful about a song called We Are The People, and a whole sort of united thing where for the first 2 minutes of the song, you just hear Bono's voice. It's just the Edge and that bloke on keyboards, in their own little bit. And then suddenly, like, Bono just appears like some sort of fucking deity. It's just like a crystalline big Bono face. It's like, we are the people, I'm one of you, I'm actually Jesus.
Oh, I knew Bono had a big head, but last night, wow, that was just like it was. I just couldn't believe it. It's so outrageous. Yeah, we are the people. But by the way, I'm massive and I'm God, and you are the people. We're all equal, but some of us are more equal than others. And the edge is slightly above you, but I am the top.
Yeah. What was the bubbles about as well? The CGI.
Those 3D bubbles. That was like a Windows 98 screensaver. Like, what the hell's going on?
Shocking. Just like...
Well, West Ham fans loved it.
Yeah, sure.
And look, I've got to look. Last thing on the opening ceremony, those balloons.
Yeah.
Did anyone else find it like hard to tell which country was meant to be which? Like what?
England, Poland.
Just put the actual flag. Just put the actual flag on there. Like, why is it all this like crazy design? Yeah. Outrageous.
Shocking.
Outrageous. Okay, right. Should we talk football? Let's talk ball, lads. Let's talk ball. Right, Mussy is it? Turkey. Well, actually, do you know what I'm going to start with? I got a message from a regular viewer of the pod called Dave. Dave's currently self-isolating, so he's definitely watching because he's got nothing better to do. Dave said last night was more about how terrible Turkey are rather than how much potential Italy have. Turkey were tired after about 30 minutes. Yes, Italy were dominant, but if you're tired after playing 30 minutes of the first game in a tournament, then the future is bleak. I expect Italy to get a rude awakening in the knockout stages when they'll face tougher opposition. Roz, what do you make of it?
Bullshit.
Dave, if you're watching...
I agree in some part. I think that it was more about Turkey's errors, certainly for the goals, than it was Italy being particularly good. I thought Locatelli had a good game, but apart from that, I think Turkey's tactic, bearing in mind that it was in this kind of home stadium, essentially, really, and it was a home game, was to actually just frustrate them, shut them out for as long as possible, and then wait for the crowd to start getting on the back of the Italians to kind of come out. It was a low block. It was, Yilmaz was basically sitting on Jorginho.
Yeah, a low block is an understatement. They were like, it was almost like they had 10 men on the goal line, wasn't it?
But what was interesting is I think that their 3 goals came from being that compact and that defensive. The first goal, you had a ball knocked across. You had, I think, 3 centre-halves on the goalkeeper's toes. It's going to hit one of them and go in. Demiral couldn't really sort his feet out, to be fair. And if Rio Ferdinand says there's nothing you can do, I'll take his word for it. He knows more about being a enough than I do.
Yeah.
But the other ones, they just found that space in the left-hand side. And it was because they were so narrow. And they were just like, somehow just... they lost concentration, but I wouldn't say they got tired, to be honest. I think it was a very intentional thing to kind of just not attack, to frustrate Italy. And I think they actually did that very well up until the 52nd minute when that goal went in.
Mus, did Turkey get the stuffing they deserved then?
Very good. So
it was like, pray silence. Let that hang there for me. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Let that hang there. Mate, let people realise how bad it is.
No, not too bad, actually. I was tempted to use that cheeky pun myself, but
but you were
yeah. But sorry, but I'm Bono.
Myself,
yeah.
actually.
Me and Bono. Yeah, we wouldn't do that. Like, Mus just Bonoing us.
Does that make you the Edge, Joe?
Yeah, because Roz can be Martin Garrix, whoever he is. Right?
Yeah. You've got the Edge's guitar on your wall, haven't you?
I have, yeah. It's a black Strat. Yeah. I just need a beanie hat. How does he wear a beanie hat on stage? That's so hot. Anyway, Mus, sorry. Did Turkey get the stuffing they deserved, or was it just all? I don't know. I was trying to come up with something else there on the spot and failed. Mus.
Yes, I think in the end, Italy were worthy winners. When you've got 3 teams qualifying from a group, you're going to get this type of game when the 2 strongest teams play each other. So for Turkey, they were playing for a draw. It would have made sense for them. I still think Turkey will qualify. I still think getting to the quarterfinals is realistic for them. First half they were playing up and under. Start of the second half they were trying to play up and under, with the manager bringing on Cengiz Under on, and trying to get players closer to Yilmaz up front, and get them further over the pitch. It didn't quite work in the end, and as Ross said, mistakes cost them. The start of the day yesterday was how low scoring Euros 2016 was. But I think what we're already noticing this time around is that two of the big differences are the sporadic home advantage for some teams and the 5 subs and the effect that has on teams. And I think the Turkey manager Gunnar has tried to essentially just put in a whole new midfield, and that kind of actually was just detrimental to the concentration and the low block and the organisation.
Cool.
So yeah, partly agree with Dave as well. Can I just say that to score an opening goal in a tournament and have it be an own goal must be really demoralising.
No, rubbish. Let's leave that there for a second.
Exactly.
Hang on,
No,
Roz. We got a couple of comments. Jack says, "Morning, chaps. Italy looking good, eh?" And Gobind is in here saying, "Would you change your captain in terms of fantasy? Would you change your captain from Immobile? Got a goal and assist last night." I'd probably say no to that, guys. I've got to push us along because we're already halfway through this pod and we've got so much more to talk about. Okay, so very quickly, guys, I want your man of the match day and your dick of the day for yesterday. Roz, do you want to give us yours?
So I've already said my man of the match day, Andrea Bocelli. I think he's got a future on him. He's a really good singer. I think he's got an X Factor.
He's blinding.
One of those things.
Yeah.
Dick of the day. I'm gonna have to say that little bloody car. What was that about? The little car that shuttled the ball to the referee. Where's the game gone?
I feel like that's going to be. Where's the game gone? I feel like that's going to be Mrs. Man of the Match Day. Mus, Man of the Match Day, Dick of the Day.
Man of the match, I'd say maybe Berardi. I was quite impressed with him. Maybe Spinazzola ran him close. Ross stole my other one. I was going to say whoever was driving that little car, because it looked like they'd stalled initially. And Joe, you look a lot like Immobile. I'm just seeing it now.
Oh yeah.
I'll take that.
That's a shout.
Just need slightly longer hair and some awful tattoos, and I'm there. Right, okay.
Like it. How many golden boots do you have, Joe?
Piss off. Right, okay. Roz, it's your time. It's time for Stat of the Day.
Okay, so I've got a few.
No, just
Finland,
one, please. Just one stat. What's the one stat that stands out amongst all the others?
One stat that stands out. Let's go with the Turkey manager. Was actually managing them from 2000 to 2004. It's actually the same manager that got them to that famous third place, was it, in 2002? So
there we go. Interesting stat of the day. That was Roz's Stat of the Day. Really creative with the sort of jingle thing going on there. Okay, let's preview today's games. I'm looking forward to today. Who's looking forward to today? You looking forward to it, guys?
Absolutely.
Well, as usual, raring to go up for it. Wales, Switzerland at 2:00. Mus, where do you see this one going? Very quickly, boys.
Yeah, I think Wales have a great chance. Switzerland are a fairly limited side, and I think with Wales' pacing behind, if they start with Dan James and Gareth Bale as a false nine, I think they can cause them problems. So, yeah, I'd like to see Wales go for this.
I think one player to look out for, and he's not guaranteed to start, hasn't started the last few. Kiefer Moore plays for Cardiff in the Championship. I was looking actually, because Switzerland do have 3 very good centre-halves. Got Akanji from Dortmund. But of those 3 very good centre-halves, the tallest is 6'1". I think they're all sort of 6 foot and 6'1". Kiefer Moore stands at 6'4". Deceptively quick, great touch. Got a goal in him. So,
Kiefer Moore. He's 6'4". Surely there's a chant there.
Probably. But there's the Dennis Wise one. He's only 5'4". He'll break your bloody jaw.
Wow, lovely. Okay. Okay, so predictions go. Wales and Switzerland. Mus, what's your prediction?
2-1 Wales.
Yay! Roz, what's your prediction?
3-1 Wales.
3-1 Wales. And man of the match?
Kiefer Moore.
Gareth.
Gareth.
Bale. Come on, Wales. You can do it today, lads. Come on. Give us an extra team to support.
Sorry, I was just going to say, like, the only home nation I'm not actually part of. The first, 20, 25 minutes of the coverage yesterday was about Wales. What's that about? Literally, I sort of left the room, came back, and they were still talking about bloody Wales. They're not playing.
Supporting the home nations as usual. So, yeah, throwing all. You won't hear any negativity from me, he said in the WhatsApp group last week, Ross.
Not about England or Scotland. Tell the rest of them.
Okay, Denmark, Finland. Q Mrs. silly pun about finishing and being finished and being finished. Have I stitched you up there, Miss? Sorry, go on. What's your prediction for this one?
Yeah, once again, Joe, another poor pun that I'd filtered out. So I'll leave that to you. But sorry, I'm really taking on this whole Bono godlike persona. I've ascended. Yeah, no, I think this should be an easy win for Denmark. Finland are really out of form. I'll let Roz say the stat, but it's their debut in a big tournament. Pukki scored 10 out of 16 for them, eight goals more than the next top scorer for Finland in qualifiers, and he's injured. He's only played 30 minutes of the last friendly. He's got an ankle injury towards the end of May. So without Pukki at their first tournament, playing in Copenhagen, I think they'll struggle against Denmark, who've won the 9 of the last 11 they've played.
So what's your prediction then?
My prediction is 2-0 Denmark.
Man of the match, Kasper Schmeichel?
I'll go for Braithwaite, just because I find it odd that they've got a striker who plays for Barcelona that not many people have heard of.
Yeah. Roz, what's your prediction then? Copenhagen, beautiful city. What's going to happen there? Copenhagen. I just wanted to say Copenhagen's such a beautiful city. I wish I could be there for the game today. But, you know, Denmark, Finland. What's your prediction?
4-0. I mean, I'm just looking over, Finland's last few results. They haven't won. They've won 1 in 6. They've lost to Wales, Bosnia-Herzegovina, a 10-man Ukraine, Switzerland, Sweden, Estonia. Really poor form going into this. So, And then Denmark pass all over the pitch. Thomas Delaney, Christian Eriksen, much better side.
Simon Kjær as well.
Yeah.
I've used for my fantasy football team.
There's a pun there.
There are lots of puns there. Roz, so who's your man of the match?
Gonna go for why not Christian Eriksen?
Christian Eriksen. Okay, right. Last game then tonight, 8:00. Belgium against Russia. Belgium, a lot of people's favourites for the tournament. If you can see past France, Belgium is not far north of it in geographical sense. Oh dear. Right, look. I'm going to hand over to the experts. Mus, how's this one panning out for you?
So I think this will be an easy win for Belgium, but I think not necessarily as high scoring as we might expect. I think they may choose to rest some players. I think the 5 subs thing means, if the game's sewn up, that they won't go as hard. They'll take Lukaku off, etc. So maybe like a 2-0, 3-0 win for the Belgians. It's in St. Petersburg, so this is where you get that weird sporadic home advantage thing, because Denmark, all their group games are at home. This is in St. Petersburg. Finland's literally just a short ferry or a train ride away from St. Petersburg, and Russia's allowing all fans in who have a negative test or a vaccine. So I think the home advantage. I went to Russia 2018, and the national team plays well in front of his home fans. So there won't be a pushover, but I think it'll be maybe 2-0 Belgium.
Man of the match.
Lukaku.
Yeah, Roz.
I mean, Russia did perform really well on home soil in the 2018 World Cup, didn't they? They surprised a lot of people. Briefly on the COVID thing, I think they're doing a temperature test, which after a year of research on COVID is unbelievably naive. But they're just doing a quick check temperature, in you come. Morons. But anyway,
Just on that, Roz, that kind of flexibility is not reciprocated because Denmark is not letting anyone in from Russia.
Good.
Yeah.
I just went into a Jimmy Carr laugh. No, but I think, I'm going to go for a bit more positive than Mus. Even with that in mind, I'm going to go 4-0.
Wow, so you reckon Belgium and Denmark both going to register 4-goal victories today?
Yeah, it's going to be a
big shout.
Good day.
And who's your man of the match going to be, Roz? Is it going to be Lukaku as well?
Got to be Lukaku.
Got to be Lukaku.
KDB, Zealand show. Yeah.
Talking of Lukaku, if you haven't got Lukaku in your fantasy team, you're frankly an idiot. Let's talk fantasy quickly. Currently joint top in our Euros fantasy league is myself. I don't care. I love it. That's my team name. And I'm joint first with Paul Hollock Brown. His team is called Big Fudge. So currently joint bottom. We've got John, who's called When Harry Met Sané. Pookie Woogie all night long. Peter Mason. Peckham United from Andrew. Nil points is Dave. And Euro FC J Fleet UK. They are all on 0 points. Mus, you're on 2 points. And Roz, you are on 10 points. Mus, your team was called Euro, your boat. And Roz is called Roz County. There you go, guys.
No, what the hell is the point in doing that after one game?
Well, because I'm top.
You just called anyone that didn't have Lukaku an idiot, right? You've had one game, and you're like, top of the league, 2 players, everyone, you got an assist. And then you're like digging people out for having no points because they didn't have any Turkish or Italian players. What's wrong with you? Take it like last, mate. Top of the league. Yeah.
I love that I'm getting called out on the morals of how to be victorious by you, Mr. Bad Winner.
It's just a beautiful thing that you're considering this victorious. You're considering this a victory.
I'm not. I'm just updating people on the fantasy. Mate, it's the podcast. I'm going to give a daily update on the fantasy. It's your segment, really. You need to pull your weight a bit and tell us about the fantasy players and who's been good players,
Well,
right, tomorrow, Roz's fantasy
got 0
update.
points. Invalid at the moment. 0 points. Nothing to say.
You've got 10 points, mate. Come on. Oh, my God.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm just getting points where I don't even think about it, mate. They're just... Yeah.
Right, on that note, it's time to finish. Mus, well done for staying quiet there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Who's with me tomorrow? Are you both in tomorrow morning? Yeah, yep. Brilliant. Well, I'll see you both in the morning. And we're going to talk about England's first game. If you've enjoyed watching this, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, tell people about it, share it. Please help us out. The YouTube police don't like us. The algorithm's against us. The evil YouTube algorithm, it hates us. And we need you to help us out. So like, comment, subscribe and share, please, if you've enjoyed it. It would mean the world to us. Right, I'm going to go and have a nap, I think, and try and prepare for the day ahead.
Brace yourself for Denmark, Finland.
Come on. See you tomorrow, lads.